All right, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Wassalatu Wassalam ala Rasulillah. This is a tour of the city of Fujairah for those who are ever thinking of making Hijrah to the Middle East, the Khalij, what's called the Gulf. Trying to film here as better as I can. It's filming some of the board of the car, but I think you're gonna get most of it. You can see half. So, this is the city of Fujairah. I'll also show you guys probably Khurfakan. I would say, see, there's a few things you got to keep in mind, right? Number one, okay, the Khalij. Now, a lot of people think, okay, Saudi, Mecca, Medina, which is good, but it's difficult. You have to understand, there's a lot of, you got to look at not just your ideal place, but also whether you're going to be able to stay there. A lot of people are like, yeah, I want to go there, and then they just leave after a few years or a few months even. Why I believe that this country is probably the best, even though there's issues as we know. But you got to look at, first of all, okay, conservative society. Yes, I know what you're thinking, but hey, we're in Fujairah here. It's different. Also, you're probably thinking you want deen. Okay, well, it depends. That's also another thing that we need to discuss about, I'll tell you. Then you're thinking, well, how about cost, living? Yeah, very excellent. A lot of people, they don't leave these countries because the deen is not where they thought it was. They leave these countries because they, it's financial issues, iqama issues, or what's called the visa, and other issues. Anyway, I'll explain more about that, but I'll tell you why I believe this is probably the best scenario for you, because it combines conservatism plus financial, what you pay for what you get, plus the environment and the weather and the just the traditionalism. I love the mountains. The sea is here. You probably saw it on the right. You can see also there's a lot of mountains. Actually, this whole city is surrounded by mountains. It's a beautiful place. There's so many things to do for families, so many things to do for children, so many things to do for women, so many things to do for men. There's, again, here Islam has izzah, even though it's not where it should be. No one is gonna feel like, oh my God, I'm a niqabi or I'm practicing and therefore I feel weird and awkward. No. You're gonna feel pretty much at home. You're gonna feel really good. You're gonna be very, very welcomed, and you'll find that, for example, the non-Muslims are, there's just not like, being in the West or something. All right, so keeping all those things in mind, expenses, rent, utilities, food, availability of food, halal, how cheap it is. It's very cheap. It's not expensive. Like compare, for example, I was in Turkey recently. It's very cheap, much cheaper here. Okay. Quality of food, you cannot compare. The quality of food is just amazing. There's just things to do, the way you can feel, your family. You can be a conservative, wear abaya, niqab, this, that, whatever you want, basically. Masajid, there's just so many masajid. It's almost impossible, unless you're like, astaghfirullah, mujrim, to not pray in the masjid 5 times a day, literally. Like you can pray easily 5 times a day. Tradition, you'll find. Arabic culture, you find. Islamic culture, you'll find. Sometimes they clash, you'll find. But then, hey, again, you're in the 21st century, right? Don't be too idealistic, because you're never going to find anything. You're just going to be stuck. See, masjid, beautiful masjid on my left-hand side. This area is a little bit more traditional. On the right, it's an area called Fasil. Some nice, beautiful palm tree orchards that you'll see on the right and left side. And so again, it's really good from all those perspectives. Now let's start one by one. So money. Let's just start with money, because again, for a lot of people, you might be able to pray, you might be able to have deen and this and that, but you don't have money, you're gone. Before that, but just take a beautiful look and admire the right side, the orchard. It's just gorgeous. Huge orchard of date palm trees. On the left, same, very traditional. That's what I like, because the city kind of combines that tradition. It's beautiful, it's nice, it's very safe. Like, police is right on my left side, and police everywhere. Very safe, like extremely safe. Tradition, nature. Like, you would be like, man, you're in the desert, but you find some oasis that you'll be mesmerized. You'll be like, where am I? Let me just kind of drive you a little bit through this side, so you can see just between the orchards. And these are like very traditional areas. It's very beautiful. On the left-hand side, you'll see, again, the orchard, farms. A lot of traditional farms. You can get goat milk, cow milk, camel milk, fresh eggs. And you see on the right-hand side, the traditional villas. Like, I love it, they kept the tradition. It's not, for example, like Dubai. Dubai is a good place for business and whatnot, but again, you know, this is very, very different here. So I'm just gonna make a U-turn and go back on the main road. Look at the right side, right? Look at the beautiful, beautiful farm. Very traditional. Okay, so money. Again, if you have a decent job, you're talking about, if you make around like $2,000, which will get you nothing in America or Canada, here you can live pretty well with $2,000. Okay, food is pretty affordable if you know where to buy from. You're not extravagant. You don't throw food out. It's pretty affordable. It's good. Like, there's good quality food. Eating out is quite cheap. There's so many cafeterias you'll see throughout the video, left, right, everywhere. A lot of cafeterias. Again, I can't stop admiring the orchard. Like, look how big it is. This whole wall from where I took you before, it's a beautiful orchard. You start seeing, again, minarets of masajid everywhere. So, so food, quality of food, a lot of cafeterias, sandwiches, fresh juices, everything's halal, everything's strictly halal here, which is good. All right, you'll see a lot of shops, kandura shops. Like, I got yesterday 2 kanduras or thobes for probably about $80, but they're custom made to fit me. I've been measured and amazing material. I got a black one and a white one. Amazing, right? And you go again, you see on the right, left-hand side, shops, stores, like everything's available. I can find everything. So it combines that traditional aspect, culture, Islam, masjids, masajid, yet it has modern elements to it. The streets are wide, they're clean decently enough. There's people cleaning all the time. Services are just what we call the khidma. It's just, like if you want to get a haircut, for example, less than $10, you get a proper clean haircut with a massage on your head, with probably a little bit of a cleaning around your face. And it's a lot for sisters, a lot of salons and beautifiers. So if they really want to look beautiful for their husbands, they always have 1,000 salons. I'm not even kidding you, right? Sports stores. You got a lot of different brands and companies. So you have the brand name, but you also have like a lot of knockoffs and a lot of things that are cheaper. So it depends on you what you want to spend. But again, with $2,000, I believe you can get a decent place, decent food, decent everything. Enjoy pretty conservative society. Pretty, I'm saying. Masajid everywhere. You can pray 5 times a day, 5 times a day in the masjid. And you can shop, you can get whatever you need, you can do activities. A lot of places for kids. There's a lot of Um, just place to go, family friendly, picnics, so your family will not complain that they have nothing to do, right? In America, Canada, wherever people are always like, families like they feel shy to go out. Beautiful roundabout, very clean, very nice. Look at the masjid in front of me here. I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful mega mosque. Prayed in it yesterday. Beautiful, mashallah. On the left hand side. Yeah, so you can go out like no one's gonna look at your wife weird. You're not gonna have to like worry. In the West, you're always worried about like you're always on guard. Not here. So safe. They can go out by themselves sometimes. Like no one is going to bother them. No one's gonna trouble them. No one's gonna say anything. Police is everywhere. Not just police, but there's like secret services, kind of like just in normal dress, and no one would know, and you get in trouble if you mess around. Like from a safety perspective, I would say this is probably one of the safest countries in the world, and probably one of the safest cities. Fujairah itself. Okay. Again, a lot of stores, a lot of masajid. What else? I'll show you the mountains. You can see the mountains ahead. Okay, it's beautiful, beautiful mountains. Just drive you a little bit that way so you can see. I've climbed those mountains in front of you. Just can find wadis inside. You can find sometimes you know what you're doing. You can find honey, wild honey. You can buy wild honey. A lot of amazing organic food here. A lot. And I love it. The organic food is something amazing. What else? Horse riding. Like there's a horse riding championship this weekend. Definitely I'm going to catch it up and check it out. There are malls. There's soccer, football. There is diving, scuba diving, and all that. There's highways. So easy. From here to Dubai is 45 minutes. Okay, if you want to go to like a more cosmopolitan city. That's the funny thing, people try to make Hijrah, but then they come and they do the Hijrah and then they complain, oh, look at this place, too small. Oh, I'm used to Toronto. Oh, I'm used to LA. Oh, I'm used to this. I'm used to Dallas, Texas, blah, blah, blah. But look at the mountains. Beautiful. So you cannot complain, man. Like if you come, right? I mean, this is not Jannah. But you could reach Dubai in 45 minutes. You really want something like that. But then again, come on. So what else? Okay, so I talked about money, masjids, okay, the masajid. There is hifz programs in the masajid. Every masjid pretty much has one after Asr, between Asr and Maghrib for children. If you want as a man, you could probably get that. Yes, there is for men as well. Not so much, but yes. For women, there is during the morning. They have hifz program for women in the morning. There are some reminders and durus sometimes after Isha, at least 2 or 3 times a week in each masjid. The imam does it. It's like it's a system. You know what I mean? Like it's done, like everyone has it, everyone does it. It's a system. What else? Yeah, so with the masajid, it's like that. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna go towards the castle. You cannot do dawah on the streets. They have some appointed da'is and imams and certain things. They do dawah to some of these tourists and some of the workers. There's a lot of workers, non-Muslim workers. So they're presenting to Islam. The big mosque that I just passed by, they have a program as well. But it's not, you'd probably be disappointed, I'd say, okay? I think the guys in Dubai did a lot more work, mashallah. I used to work with them. I'm not sure, to be honest, since I left from here, whether they still have Friday prayer in English, but we did have it in English. I used to do the khutbah here in this city, but I know for sure in Dubai and Abu Dhabi we have it because, again, we started that program. Lots of gyms for those who want to work out. Yes, gyms for women only and only women, exclusives. Okay, so I talked about the deen. What else about the deen? Yeah, so you cannot like do dawah by yourself. There are more advanced things that you could learn, but very few. Okay, very few. Sharjah a little bit more. There's a few areas of Sharjah that are not too far from here. In front of me is the castle, or the fort, the Fujairah fort. There's a horse riding championship, jumping championship, and it's gonna happen this weekend. Excited for that. Yes, you can ride horses. They love horses. Let me just go and see if I can. If I can show you guys. السلام عليكم. كيف الحال؟ زين. متى أبدأ البرنامج؟ اليوم؟ في اليوم؟ أي ساعة؟ الساعة 4. طيب. في تذكرة لازم تشتري ولا؟ عادي مجاني. الساعة 4 وبكرة بعد في؟ بكرة بعد في 7 أيام. 7 أيام تمام. خلاص أوكي. أرجع إن شاء الله. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys inside. So today I'll probably come by and check it out. You can see the horses there. They're being prepared. MashaAllah. Beautiful Arabian horses. You're talking about like in the millions of dollars of horses. No joke. Okay. So, yeah. I love this area. It's really nice. History is there, alhamdulillah. Tradition there, as I said. You can wear thobes if you want. You can, I love the Arabic dress. Okay, schools. Okay, it's a problem here. Let's give some of the negatives. Okay, some negatives that schools are expensive. So education, if you're doing homeschooling, probably your best bet. If you're doing, like, you want to send your kids to school here, unless your company, if you're working for a company, provides that for you, you're probably gonna, you're not gonna be able to do that. It's too expensive, especially if you have a lot of kids. Too expensive. Okay, too expensive. This is the cemetery of Fujairah. I can just show you guys how it looks like. You want to see a little bit. السلام عليكم أهل الديار من المسلمين والمؤمنين وإنا إن شاء الله لاحقون نسأل الله لنا ولكم العافية. This is the older. That's why I love the tradition. It's so traditional. Look at that. Look in front. It's just stones. That's it. It's just a bunch of stones. That's all you got. Alhamdulillah. Probably come back and do another video here as a reminder. Yep, some are partying and some are departing. SubhanAllah. Okay, so school, very expensive. Okay, most likely best thing to do is homeschooling. Rent, okay, it's not bad. You can get an apartment or a villa. It's not too bad. It's comparable to the West, but maybe a little bit cheaper. Depends on the size of the family. Cars are cheap. There's just so many cars, guys. Cars probably the cheapest in the world. Cheaper than Canada, cheaper than America. The availability of cars you can buy. People here change cars so quickly. So yeah, it's nice. You can get some really nice cars. You see so many, and a lot of 4x4s, of course. So if you're into big cars, 4x4s, you're probably, the best place in the world. Okay, what else? So I talked about school, I talked about deen, I talked about food, I talked about rent, I talked about activities, school, I said school, cars. For women, I talked about what's available for women. I think that's pretty much it. I just, you can learn Arabic language here. You know why you can learn Arabic language here? If you're taking a course, for example, you could probably, because people, like the workers, they speak a broken Arabic, you can practice your Arabic with them. Okay, you can practice your Arabic with them. Pretty much all the workers here, security guards, people at stores, they're of Indian origin or Bengali or Sri Lankan, but they speak Arabic. They have to. So if you do want to learn Arabic, it is a good place. Like you have to take a course, but most people take a course, but they don't practice. So here you'd be able to practice easily. Beautiful mountain on the left-hand side. I climbed that mountain before. It's actually bigger than it looks and harder to climb. It's weird because the color and it's rocky. You think it's like, but when you get to it, it's like, it's huge. Anyway, so yeah, Arabic language is good, mashallah. One downfall maybe the internet. SIM cards, there's only a couple companies here. You get it's expensive. The internet is expensive. Okay, phone internet, quite expensive. You need to obviously sign up and get a prepaid plan. Or sorry, postpaid plan. But it's expensive. What else? That's pretty much it. All right. In terms of culture and downfalls, yes, you can't put your guard down as parents. You got to still put your guard up. Just because you're in a Muslim country doesn't mean you're safe now. There's a lot of modernization and liberalization and corruption, but it's not even close compared to what is in the West. It could hurt you more, and you will be a bit more, let's say, you might be a little bit more critical because you're like, look, it's a Muslim country, what's going on? But to be honest, it's not so bad. It's better than the West. At least, even if you're like in sins or doing something wrong, which we shouldn't, Allah protect, but at least hey, I'm still a Muslim. It's a Muslim place, Muslim this, Muslim that. So that is something that is important, because in the West, people are losing their identity day by day. Day by day, I'm telling you. Okay, there's no joke. Okay, day by day. So, okay, I think I've covered most things, inshallah. I could take you a little bit more, but I think my phone battery is going to die. Inshallah khair. May Allah put barakah. If you guys do want to, hit me up. You can book an appointment. I can give you more details. I do have a coaching site, bhappycoaches.com, and I do focus on Hijrah as well, giving people advice. I've been visiting most of these countries and lived in most of these countries, so I have a good insight, inshallah. So hit me up if you need it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.